Hello guys, how are you doing? In the last couple of videos, we talked about the three equations of motion. We saw that these equations of motion relate 4 of the 5 quantities in kinematics. Now, these 5 quantities are nothing but displacement, time, acceleration, initial velocity, and final velocity. So it's better that we put our learning to practice now. And in this video, we'll solve some simple problems based on these equations of motion. So without wasting a second, let's go! So the first problem that I have here says that a train accelerates from the speed of 20 km per hour to a speed of 80 km per hour in 4 minutes. How much distance does the train travel in said time, provided that the train travels in a straight line? Now this is an easy problem, I'm sure. So I want you to take some time and try to get the right answer. So did you get it? I'm sure you did. The right answer to this question is 10 by 3 kilometers or 3.33 kilometers. Let's go ahead and see the solution now. So according to the problem, the train was traveling at a speed of 20 kilometers per hour and its speed increased to 80 kilometers per hour in 4 minutes. The train was traveling in a straight line. This means the magnitude of displacement of the train is same as the distance traveled by the train. So essentially, we have to find the magnitude or the value of displacement. Now, the problem doesn't explicitly tell us in which direction was the train moving. So I'm assuming that the train was traveling towards the right direction. And accordingly, I choose my sign convention as right side positive and left side negative. Now you can choose the opposite signs as well. But remember, whatever sign convention you choose, you have to stick with it till the end of the problem. So let's go ahead and solve our question. So among the three equations of motion, two of them, s is equal to ut plus half at square and v square is equal to u square plus 2as, both of them contain s or displacement as one of the quantities. But to use either of them, you can see that we don't have the value of acceleration. So our first job is to calculate the value of acceleration. And how do we do that? Well, for that, we can use the first equation of motion, which is v is equal to u plus at. After plugging in all the values that we know in this equation, we get plus 80 km per hour is equal to plus 20 km per hour plus a into 4 minutes. Now, you should be careful with the units here because velocities are given in kilometer per hour while time is given in minutes. So we need to convert minutes into hours. Now, to do that, we divide 4 by 60 and we ultimately get 4 by 60 hours as time. Now, if we rearrange this equation and solve for a, we ultimately get 80 minus 20 divided by 4 by 60. Which ultimately comes out to be 900 kilometers per hour square. Now you can see the sign of acceleration is positive, which means acceleration was acting towards the right direction. Now that's sensible, right? Because if acceleration acted towards the left, then essentially the velocity would have reduced. But it's increasing, that's why acceleration is positive. So once we have the value of acceleration, we can easily plug it in the third equation of motion, which is v square is equal to u square plus 2as, and calculate the value of s, which is displacement. So once we do that, our expression changes to at square is equal to 20 square plus 2 into 900 into s. Now here our velocities are in kilometers per hour and our acceleration is in kilometers per hour square. So there is no problems with the units. So now we'll quickly start rearranging this. We'll get the value of s as 80 square minus 20 square divided by 1800. Now I'll use some mathematics and simplify this. So I'll write 80 square minus 20 square as 80 plus 20 into 80 minus 20. I've used the formula of a square minus b square. Now rearranging this, I'll essentially get 60 divided by 18, which comes out to be 10 by 3 kilometers. Now 10 by 3 kilometers can be approximately written as 3.33 kilometers, which is nothing but our answer. Great, let's move on to the next problem now. A stone dropped from the top of a building begins falling at a constant acceleration of 10 meters per second square. Find its speed and displacement 5 seconds after it was dropped. Now the problem statement is pretty short and sweet, so go ahead and try to get the right answer as soon as you can. So the right answer for speed is 50 meters per second and the right answer for displacement is 125 meters downwards. Let's go ahead and see the solution now. So first of all, we'll draw a diagram of the stone's path. So according to the problem, stone begins at rest and then attains a certain speed after traveling a certain displacement while being under a constant acceleration of 10 meters per second square. Now, this entire motion takes place in 5 seconds of time. So, the sign convention I'd choose by looking at this diagram would be downwards positive and upwards negative, because most of the motion is happening in the downward direction, so it will help me ease my calculations. Now, you can choose the opposite sign conventions as well, but remember, if you do that, you put all the negative signs properly in the relevant quantities. So, from what's given, we can easily calculate the value of final velocity using the first equation of motion, which is nothing but v is equal to u plus at. Now, once we plug in everything that we know, our expression changes to v is equal to 0, because initial velocity is 0, plus 10 into 5, because acceleration is in the downward direction. Now, after solving this, our final velocity comes out to be plus 50 meters per second, or 50 meters per second speed in the downward direction. So from this, we already got the value of final speed. And with that, the first part of our problem is already solved. Let's go ahead and find the value of displacement now. So to find the value of displacement, I'll use the second equation of motion, which is s is equal to ut plus half at square. Now once I plug in all the values that I know, the expression changes to s is equal to 0 times 5 plus 1 by 2 times plus 10 times 5 square. Now why plus 10? Because our acceleration is in the downward direction. Now once I solve this expression, the value of s comes out to be plus 125 meters. Now here, plus sign indicates downward direction once again, because in our sign convention, downward is positive and upward is negative. So our displacement essentially happens 125 meters in the downward direction. Now you can see, I'm going the extra mile of mentioning the direction of displacement again and again, because displacement is a vector quantity. Now it's a minor detail, but you should remember it. So finally, the value of speed came out to be 50 meters per second, and the value of displacement came out to be 125 meters in the downward direction. And that's the end of this problem, guys. Great then. Let's move on to the third problem now, which is also the last problem for this video. So the problem says that a bullet traveling at a speed of 20 meters per second strikes a wall and penetrates 5 centimeters deep inside it. You are supposed to find the magnitude of acceleration experienced by the bullet while it penetrated the wall. The problem once again is pretty simply worded, and its solution is also easy. So you go ahead and try to find the right answer. The right answer is 4000 meters per second square, and I'm sure most of you got it right because it was an easy problem. Now just like every other problem we solved, we'll begin solving this one with a diagram. So here we have the wall on which the bullet struck, and here we have the incoming bullet coming at a speed of 20 meters per second. Now looking at this diagram, I'll choose my sign convention as right side positive and left side negative. The real fun begins when the bullet strikes the wall, because from this point on, the bullet experiences a deceleration, or in other words, acceleration in the opposite direction of its velocity. Now, the bullet travels a displacement of plus 5 centimeters and ultimately comes to a stop. So this means that the final velocity of bullet is 0 meters per second. So the problem essentially has given us initial velocity, final velocity, displacement, and we need to find the value of acceleration. So which equation of motion should we use? Well, obviously the third one, which is nothing but v square is equal to u square plus 2as. And after we plug in all the known values, the expression changes to 0 square is equal to plus 20 square plus 2 into a into plus 5 centimeters. Now here you can see we have the velocities in meters per second and displacement in centimeters. So we have a units issue here. We need to change the unit of displacement into meters, which ultimately makes it 5 by 100 meters. Now all we need to do is find the value of acceleration. Now upon rearranging this, I get the value of acceleration as minus 20 square divided by 5 by 100 times 2, which comes out to be minus 4000 meters per second square. Now pay attention to the negative sign on the acceleration. How do you interpret it? Well, you see, according to our sign convention, right side direction was positive and left side was negative. So this result of acceleration tells us that acceleration was actually acting towards the left direction, which is what we expected in the beginning as well, right? Yes. So the final magnitude of acceleration that we get is 4000 meters per second square, which the problem asked us to find. And with that, guys, it's a wrap. I hope you had a good time solving these problems with me. Now remember, the two most important aspects of problem solving in physics are the diagram that you draw and the sign convention that you choose. Once you do these two things properly, the remaining solution is just simple mathematics. So, in the next video, we'll solve some more problems and sharpen our problem solving skills. For now, let me say goodbye to you and I'll see you again in the next video.